Why do ads with top celebrities, high production budgets, and inspiring background music work so well for FMCG brand, even when the tagline is full of misleading claims?
बोलो जुबान कैसे?
Yet the exact same formula fails completely in agriculture, because agri advertising doesn't scream glamour. Hi everybody, my name is Aditya, PGDM AVM grad at Manage Hyderabad, and in this video we're gonna talk about the evolution of agri ads in India, from radio to wheels. It all began with one government broadcast, one message for millions, telling farmers what to grow, how to grow, and when to grow. Basically, the communication was one way, a monologue. Cut to today, a farmer scrolls through Instagram's reels, watching 15-second reels, he double taps it, share it on WhatsApp, and boom, within a minute, message had traveled faster than the monsoon winds. But here's the question: how did we get here? From state-led monologue to hyper-personalized interaction. And more importantly, what changed the way we communicate with the heart of India, the farmers. To truly understand this transformation, we need to travel through 4 phases. From foundation era to the rise of brands, to the digital disruption era, and finally today's hyper-personalized content-driven landscape. In the first phase, we'll go back to the roots, to a time when India's farmland were not just undeveloped, they were underfed. The year was 1942, World War II was raging, and the British government in India was facing severe food shortage. To increase the local production, they launched now famous Grow More Food campaign. It was one of the first organized attempts to communicate directly with the Indian farmers, using posters, pamphlet, and the local meeting to spread a single message: produce more and feed the nation. After independence, this became a national movement, but not for the empire, but for the India. Then came the Green Revolution of 1960s, the movement where India rewrote its future. Hybrid seeds, irrigation, fertilizers, the technology was almost ready. But the technology is useless if farmers doesn't understand it. So the government turned to the only medium that reached every village. Of course, the radio. And around the same time, radio shows Vailam Vedam, Farm and Home, built a genuine connection with the farmers across Kerala. In 1967, Doordarshan followed with the Krishi Darshan. Every evening, farmers gather around that small television sets, not for entertainment but for education and inspiration. This was a time of collective trust in government, not in brands. This was the foundation era of Indian agriculture advertising, with limited media channels, mostly about All India Radio and Doordarshan, where communication was not about the products and the profit, but about the nation building. But while Krishi Darshan taught farmers how to grow, television advertising taught India how to consume. Coming to the second phase, that is the rise of brand. In 1976, India allowed regular commercial for advertising on television for the first time. Doordarshan opens its door for commercials and the advertisers rush in. Among the earliest to recognize the power of television was the National Dairy Development Board. Fresh off the success of White Revolution, NDDB used TV not just to promote milk, but to change how India thought about the milk. For almost 3 decades, Indian agriculture was shaped by the government programs, cooperatives, and extension services. But in 1991, everything changed as India liberalized its economy and a new voice entered the field: corporate advertising. Private companies like Mahindra & Mahindra, UPL, Rallies India, Tata Chemicals, IFCO, and dozens of regional feeds and seeds brands now had access to screen celebrities and the growing rural audience, hungry for the aspiration. For the first time, advertising in agriculture started to look as well as sounds different. No longer monotonous voiceover from the Delhi studio. These were the stories of real farmers, real success, and the real pride. The tone has shifted from instructional to inspirational. From do this for the nation to do this for your own growth. Brands like Mahindra tractors run campaign around the power, reliability, and the pride of ownership. Meanwhile, the print media becomes the most trusted champion of the Indian farmers. Why? Because unlike flashy TV ads, print gives detail, dosage, usage, and safety. Remember, it wasn't about glamour, it was about guidance. And even today, that trust remained unchanged. As the new millennium began and quiet revolution was taking root. Not in the soil, but in the signals. Which brings us to the third phase, the digital inflection. Mobile phones entered villages for the first time. Farmers could get market prices, weather updates, and the fertilizer tips right in their hands. In villages that had once relied on radio broadcast and Krishi Melas, information now came through beeps and text messages. Simple SMS based services started changing the way farmers made decisions. By 2016, as smartphones and the cheap data flooded rural India, a new kind of storytelling begins to take place. One that would redefine the relationship between brand and farmers forever. The role of ad expanded from informing to enabling and to empowering. This sets the stage for most dramatic shift in agri communication. Coming to the final stage, that is the current landscape. Today agriculture advertising stand at a crossroad where tradition meets technology. For over 80 years, the message to the Indian farmers has evolved from radio waves to Instagram scrolls. Even in 2024, print still holds 66% of total agri spend because for the farmer, a printed leaflet still feels more reliable than a flashy digital post. It's not nostalgia, it's trust. That physical paper folded in a pocket or pinned on a wall still carry more credibility than any clickable campaign. But the fastest growth is happening online. Digital agri ads are rising by 18% year on year. And Facebook alone captures over 60% of the rural spend. And surprisingly, radio has made a comeback too, with 38% increase in the rural listenership. Why? Because the audience has changed, and so has the way they consume stories. The new heroes of agriculture aren't just scientists or any government officer. They are content creators. Men and women with smartphones in their hand, speaking in vernacular languages, breaking down the complex agri concept in 60-second stories, reels, shorts. Every like, every share and every comment now feed into the data loop, helping brands craft hyper-personalized ads for specific crop, district and even the soil type. What started as a radio broadcast in 1943 has now become an algorithm in 2025. From grow more food to grow more reach. From Krishi Darshan to Krishi Reels. And that's the beauty of Indian agriculture advertising. It evolves but never loses its roots. Conventional marketing sells convenience. Agriculture marketing sells certainty. A wrong shampoo wastes money, but a wrong seed destroys a whole year. That's why the agri marketing focuses on the proof, demos, plot, trial results and the farmer's testimonial. But today logic alone isn't enough. Modern campaigns should be mixed, 50% data and 50% emotion. Brands still need to show germination rate, yield increase and the economic return. But they also need to speak to the farmer's identity, their pride, their struggle and the hope. So what really drove this transformation? Let's break it down with a simple marketing framework. STP model. Earlier, all farmers were seen as one uniform audience. Now, brands segment by region, crop, and even the income groups, targeting sugarcane farmers in Maharashtra differently from paddy growers in Bihar. Positioning has shifted from we sell input to we enable prosperity. Even in the context of 4P of marketing, transformation is going on. From basic fertilizers to customized soil solutions, from subsidy driven to value driven, from mandis to mobile apps, and from radio to reels. So what next? The future of agriculture advertising lies in a hybrid model, where the print built trust and the digital built reach. Farmers still turn to the newspaper for confirmation, but they discover product on YouTube, Facebook or any reels. And that's why the three things will shape the future of agri ads. First is the vernacular video utility. Reels in local dialects that teach, not just sell. Second, the print for conversion. Physical validation remain vital for high stakes product. The third, data driven precision. As agri stack evolves, ad will be hyper personalized based on your soil type, crop and even the rainfall zone. If you found this story meaningful, share it, discuss it and even forward. Because the future of agriculture is not built by any companies alone. It's built by conversations like this. Thank you for watching.